if you do not vote, you're saying that it is okay to continue chaos.
Protest. There are protests that are going on across the country. Mm-hmm. And the Attorney General, he's sending in federal troops into different cities to quell the protesters. Now, the protesters are there to fight against racial injustice, and the person in the White House feels that these people are creating unrest in the city. Now, granted, there are some that are hiding behind the actual peaceful protesters. And there are unmarked vans that are taking people from the streets and taking them wherever. Now, I have never heard of this in my 25 years of living.
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
We got too much going on. 2020, I cannot, we have too much going on.
2020 has been...
All I see is a distraction from what the real issue is, and that's November, to the voting polls. As we fight for injustice and protesting, this is to come, because we have a person who is afraid right now. He wants to win. So, you want to cause disruption where there's peace. Because once everybody comes into solidarity with one another, there's a threat to his reelection. And we just got to stay focused and not be in a petty mindset right now. We can't let distractions. Breonna Taylor, let me just say that. Just want to say her name.
Say her name, yes.
And we have to continue. We have Al Sharpton, get your knee off my neck, that march. We have a lot of things going on right now, but we got to do what we got to do. And this is what I mean by us taking care of our mental health as we go through all these things, and being diligent in really taking self-care of what we need to do as not just a Black community, but as a world community, as we continue to, I don't care, Black, white, purple, it doesn't matter. We have to take care of our mental state, because all this is going on. The protest, I remember on social media, you couldn't even look past it without seeing the protest. The protest was going on in Hong Kong for Black Lives Matter. So, and now I see it's slow now. You don't see it as much, but it doesn't mean it's not going on. You don't see as much protesting on your feed like you did during our brother Floyd. But I really hope that, you want to send in troops, but for what? When you're paying people to cause havoc amongst our protesters, you want to create chaos. You create chaos, this distraction is off in November. But I pray that everybody stay focused on November. It is important.
Voting.
It is important.
Voting.
To stay focused. You got to vote. You have to.
There are some people that are saying that Biden is no better than Trump. Mm-hmm. I would have to respectfully disagree. Mm-hmm. Because he's just like, well, Biden is a racist. We've had racists in the White House since the beginning of the White House.
Since they built it.
Since they built it, burnt it down, built it up again. We have had racists in the White House. Right. So having a racist in the White House is nothing new, especially for us. Mm-hmm. Having an anarchist, a fascist, a dictator is new in my lifetime. but I am now.
And it's not new. It's just that he's just outspoken with his. It's a, you know, he's not hiding behind whatever it is that how he feels. Okay, I tell you what. If you can survive another 4 years with him, then so be it. But if this 2020 didn't show, forget about 20, this last 3 years didn't show you that we cannot afford to start picking out things on what we choose and what we don't, when right now we are in a crisis. We are in a crisis. And if you do not vote, you're saying that it is okay to continue chaos amongst this. You're saying it's okay. You're saying that we can survive enough. We cannot, we're barely surviving now, you know? So we cannot, right now, we got to find the best things, that the best person possible. And right now, Biden is the best person we have right now. And when we start, you know, wavering, that's to split the votes. When the votes get split, we got him back in office. We can't afford to have him back in office. We cannot afford it. You can't afford to.
People thought in 2016, oh well, Hillary and Trump. I don't like Hillary and I don't like Trump, so I'm just not going to vote. So there were so many people that stayed home and didn't think that it made a difference on who was in office.
I really think that people nobody expected him to win. So
he didn't expect to win. You saw his face. He was like,
yeah. So my thing is,
doing Goya commercials from the White House desk.
I don't agree with any of I don't agree with a lot of things as far as nominees are concerned. We're not going to agree on everything, but we could agree to disagree. What we need is an adult.
Yes. Mentally sane most of the time adult.
Yeah.
Now, Biden and Trump are they are up there in age. You know, I'm not discriminating on the age because, you know, there are a lot of people that are up there in the age that are mentally sound. But Trump is not one of them.
No. We just have to really think about what the future will look like in another 4 years.
For our children.
And how it affects not just, it's affecting everyone, even the ones that are still in denial about his presidency. It's affecting them too.
Globally.
Yes.
It's affecting our import, export. You know, it affects my business. You know what I'm saying? And I know I didn't vote for this brother, but you know, but because of the fact of his stance on the global stage is what it is. I can't do it.
I you know, they say pray, but faith is dead without works. We can pray and pray all we want to, but if you don't get that, if you don't go and vote, I will stand in line. I'm willing to stand for 2 days if I have to.
You're trying to do a national mail-in ballot,
which he's trying to say it will be corrupt.
Yes.
So, and that's why the post office has been under attack as well. So we have to really do what we need to do, and that's just that. And like I said, if you can take another 4 more years, that's on you. But I can't. We have to do something, and we have to make sure that change is here. So we might as well keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying?
This is
continuing holding those accountable who have power and making these laws. We have to hold them accountable. It doesn't matter. At this point, we can't look back. We got to keep pushing. Make them accountable for the things that they do. You understand? We hold the power because we have the money. We have, just like with this stimulus and people saying, oh, I bet you this is not Trump's money. Let's be clear.
Even
he
though
did not write you a check
on the check. He did put his name on the check.
He put his name, but he didn't write. It's not his check. That's forgery.
They stopped the unemployment benefits to give the Pentagon $740 million or billion dollars. So you're not the people. You have basically the majority or a huge bulk of American citizens who are out of work because of the pandemic and are unable to go back because they can't send their kid to school, or you know what I'm saying? So they have to decide between leaving my kid,
Oh, and let me address that too. And because I've been seeing a lot of essential workers very annoyed and upset that people with unemployment were receiving more than, felt like we got hazard paid, which we should have, and felt like maybe they should have up our money, being that we were out there working during the pandemic. But I feel both sides of this. I feel both sides of this because, see, they're home, and people that are unemployment did not choose. There's some fraud, but a lot of people did not choose to be home and be unemployed. We have a lot of students a lot of college kids, a lot of people who lost their jobs and closed their businesses. We got restaurants and things like that. A lot of people did not choose, and I'm an essential worker speaking, did not choose to stay home. People want to get out and people do want to work, and okay, you giving me an extra $600, but see, that $600, I don't know about any other state, but in New York City, is not covering much, because if I'm only getting a certain amount from you, you don't get your full unemployment from that job. They give you a certain percentage based on, now that extra $600, rent here is $1,200, $1,400, $1,500 here in New York City alone.
Studio.
If somebody was to get, you told them to go out and go get a job. Where? Lots of places is hiring. Okay, that part-time job that most people are hiring part-time. That part-time job will not cover somebody who has $1,400, $1,600 of rent. And there's probably a 1-bedroom, if even that.
A 1-bedroom studio.
And if they have children, now I go to a part-time job. I go get a part-time job, and I lose the benefits, right? If I'm working a certain amount of hours a week, I lose everything. Not just, it's like a struggle. So I get it, and we got to be more compassionate towards each other. Yes, we should, as essential workers, make more money, but do not gripe for those who have to stay at home, because not only that, my job, I have benefits, and I'm grateful for that. I got medical benefits. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has medical benefits right now. Their jobs had to let them go. They got to now have to search for medical benefits. It's a lot that people are dealing with, and we got to stop worrying about what everybody's getting in their pockets, and we're gonna have to just try to focus on how we're going to make it, individually, and then be a blessing to others, because just like that $600 was now taken away from them, and they're now not receiving. They having a hard time now being able to make, people had cars.
Yeah.
They got gas, they got food, they have a whole lot of things. Yes, we do too, but we're still working. You know what I'm saying? We're still working. And it's not so much as, be grateful that you have a job, but remember that in the midst of this, that they still have to go out and look for a job. Whereas for you, when their benefits is gone, they got to look for a job, and while you still have your job. So that's where we got to stop with the whole being petty, because that's what it is. Okay, yes we should get, yes we should, but okay, so be it. We're not. but we're working. And we just got to find the common ground and, just try to be a blessing to one another and not tear each other down right now, because that's not what we need. So I wanted to address that. And I hope I made myself clear on that. And, people take it for what it is. Let's stop tearing each other down right now, because those people still got to look for a job while you have one. And I know it seems unfair, but think from that point of view, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think that one thing that has come out of 2020, for the most part, it's not televised a lot, or it's not shown a lot, but a lot of people have come together from every background, from every nationality. Beautiful. And I want us to focus on that instead of the negative, because it's so easy for us to get bogged down in the negative and just see all the evil that is out there. My son said to me last night, he's like, I think I was suffering from anxiety. And I was just like, how could you not? Having eyes and ears in 2020 and being a Black young man in America. Like, how could you not? So, but he said that watching Beyonce made him feel better. He was like, he has an even greater love, deeper love for Black women. And, so I think that, in the midst of darkness, there's always a piece of light that you can, grab.
Find it. You have to find it, because it's whatever it is that's going to add joy and peace to your life. Any of those things, find it, because you have to. This in these days, you have to find the light at that end of the tunnel. You have to stay, even when it is dark. It's dark right now, but you have to find that light right now. And I don't care if it's through music, art, dance, whatever. Pick up something that you never did before, or whatever the case may be. And I mean, speaking to them people that's suffering from depression, it's hard, because you overwhelmed and bogged with anxiety and depression, and it's hard to get out of that funk, but it's that one day, it's okay to lay down for a little bit. You get up and you say, I gotta get up from here, and I gotta keep pushing. It don't gotta be a hard push. Something simple as, I'm going to do something nice for myself today. I'm going to say something beautiful about myself today. Those little things add up and add up and add up. It's not it'll be a struggle, but if you continue it will help. It will help. Go for a walk, and that's what I've been doing. I had to pick up my walking again. I was like, I got to walk, because, you need to get out and walk and to clear your mind, sit in front of water and let that, and just, soak in all that beauty and breeze, or whatever the case may be. And right now is the time to do it. Like I said, because when winter comes, it's going to be a lot harder for us to seek those things out by being outdoors. So we got to get right now and focus on our mental health.
There was one thing that you told me a long time ago that I put a notification in my phone, and it was today I'm grateful for. So it pops up in my phone every day at 9 a.m. And I want to challenge everybody that sees this to do today I'm grateful for.
Yes, I don't mean my eye. Y'all see my eye? It's like I'm looking to the. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to keep it straight. It's doing what it want to do.
No, you good.
But anyway, yes. Oh my goodness. Even with my coworkers, I we got to that. And I'm gonna speak about me getting that complaining spirit. Because it's so easy to get caught up in complaining, because you can't see past your circumstances. So every morning I started to get up and just name things that I was grateful for, no more than 3. And that sets the tone for the day. You know, then that first thing is always, I'm grateful to be alive. That's the first thing. And it might sound repetitive, but that's the first thing I'm grateful for every time I wake up, especially now. And even sometimes I don't feel like it. You know, I don't want to say it because I can, you know, I go drive over and I'm just like, but as soon as I say it, that release, that negative energy subsides, and I say, yes, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be going to work. I'm grateful to just be, that he's provided for me during this whole pandemic. Like, I am grateful, you know, for my family. Like, every day there is something to be grateful for in the midst of the situation. 3 things, you know, whatever it is, 3 things that you are so grateful for holds a major impact, and you can do it with your family. It makes it better when you have a support system to do it with, because y'all will remind each other, listen, you said you're grateful, because I've gotten to 12 o'clock in the afternoon and forgot to say it. And my coworker said, did you when I get a little irritable, she's like, did you say what you was grateful for today? I said, you know, I didn't. And then my day, I said, okay, yeah, I didn't say it. So it helps, and you need that support for people to remind you that, to remind yourself that you're here, you know. And so many of us have lost loved ones this year, and we have to continue to be grateful for them. And that's what, even in the midst of this COVID-19, it has put us in the place what's really, really important is family, time spent. You know, those other things was not essential. You know, and
realize what was essential for living.
Right,
yeah.
right. You know, minus the alcohol. I was like, I guess alcohol is essential because you know, people got to get through. I guess, I don't know, but it was definitely essential. You know, they made sure they kept that open. But you know, all jokes aside, you know, you saw what we need to survive, you know, so we have to really, really just pay attention to that. And I just wish everyone a happy mental day, you know, and work on taking care of yourself and others. Yes.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next episode of A Maven's Tale, Between Sisters Edition.
Young Black girl trying to ascend to the office of district attorney, the office of attorney general. Do you think that it was given to her? Oh, here's Black lady. Oh, you want to come here?
To fight for that. She had to fight for that.
She had to fight harder than anybody else.
Had to be
We already know.
the best of the best.
And it still wasn't good enough.
Don't forget to subscribe.